Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the hidden truths behind one of the most groundbreaking black sitcoms in TV history, A Different World. This iconic series not only redefined black culture, but also left a lasting impact on American television. However, behind the laughter and success, the show faced unexpected twists and behind-the-scenes drama. Why was it suddenly canceled after 6 seasons? Was it really just about ratings? What led to Lisa Bonet's shocking exit after just 1 season? And what happened to the unresolved love story of Dwayne and Whitley? In this video, we'll uncover the untold controversies, production struggles, and off-screen conflicts that shaped A Different World into more than just a sitcom. It was a cultural movement. Stay tuned as we reveal secrets even the most devoted fans may have missed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get started. A Different World is fondly remembered for many reasons, including its remarkable lineup of guest stars, featuring icons like Tupac Shakur, Patti LaBelle, and Whoopi Goldberg. However, not every celebrity who wanted to appear on the show made it to the screen. The producers were highly selective when choosing guest stars, as they were dedicated to preserving the show's authenticity and refused to rely on star power merely for attention. According to rumors, several well-known actors auditioned but were ultimately turned down to ensure that every guest appearance served the storyline and upheld the series' integrity. This careful approach is part of what made the show so impactful and timeless. It might be surprising, but it's entirely believable. A Different World was built around a narrative that required specific characters to effectively convey its powerful messages. If an audition didn't align with the show's vision, it wasn't unusual for the actor to be turned down. Despite this rigorous selection process, the guest stars who made the cut left a lasting impression on audiences. Tupac Shakur, for instance, brought undeniable charm and depth to his role as Piccolo, making his performance one of the most memorable guest appearances. Similarly, Patti LaBelle, in her role as Dwayne Wayne's mother, delivered a mix of heartfelt emotion and comedic brilliance, further solidifying the show's legacy as a cultural and entertainment landmark. When A Different World premiered, Marisa Tomei appeared as Maggie Lawton, an optimistic student at Hillman College. However, her time on the show ended after the first season due to a creative overhaul led by Debbie Allen in Season 2. Allen initially planned a storyline featuring an interracial relationship between Maggie and Dwayne Wayne, but network executives opposed the idea, leading to Tomei's character being written out. Despite her departure, Tomei's career soared, and she later won an Oscar for My Cousin Vinny. In a 2014 interview on Watch What Happens Live, Tomei revealed there was no bad blood with the cast and shared that Lisa Bonet is the godmother of her children. When A Different World shifted gears under Debbie Allen's leadership, one of the most impactful changes was its newfound authenticity. Drawing from her personal experiences at Howard University, Allen infused the show with the realities of attending an HBCU. She insisted that the storylines address the genuine challenges faced by black students in higher education, including navigating scholarships, financial hardships, and socio-political activism. The show's writers took inspiration from these real-world struggles, weaving them into the fabric of Hillman College's fictional universe. This commitment to authenticity not only elevated the series, but also gave it a powerful cultural resonance that continues to endure. A prime example of this is the storyline between Whitley Gilbert and Dwayne Wayne. Their relationship on the show accurately reflects how college relationships often unfold. Additionally, the show didn't shy away from addressing pressing social issues such as racism. These storylines were inspired not only by news headlines but also by personal stories shared by members of the cast and crew. Despite the heavy topics, Allen managed to maintain humor and charm, ensuring that the show was both deep and accessible to viewers. The changes in A Different World extended beyond its serious themes. Even the lighter moments captured the essence of college life. From club activities and late-night study sessions to dorm room drama, the show authentically reflected the everyday experiences of university students. Viewers tuned in not just for entertainment, but because they saw their own lives mirrored on screen, fostering a deep connection with the series. The cast's dedication played a crucial role in this relatability, with Jasmine Guy revealing that she incorporated real-life gestures and attitudes into her portrayal of Whitley, making the character more vibrant, authentic, and unforgettable. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. One of the most shocking moments in television history came in 1993 when A Different World was unexpectedly canceled after 6 acclaimed seasons. As one of the rare shows of its time to feature a predominantly black cast, it forged a deep connection with audiences and built a fiercely loyal fan base. Its abrupt ending left fans stunned and created a noticeable void in television, as the series unapologetically celebrated black culture while tackling pressing social issues with honesty and depth. The characters and their journeys had become woven into the fabric of viewers' lives, making the show's sudden disappearance feel like more than just a loss. It was the premature end of a cultural movement that had redefined representation on screen. The official reason for A Different World's cancellation was declining ratings, but a deeper look suggests that the show's shifting time slot played a major role in its downfall. When it was moved to compete against other top-rated programs, many devoted fans struggled to keep up, leading to a drop in viewership. The intense competition made it difficult for the series to maintain its earlier success, despite its continued cultural impact. Even as the network pulled the plug, the show remained a powerful voice, delivering compelling and socially relevant stories that deeply resonated with its audience. However, its sudden cancellation left several key storylines unfinished, leaving fans not just disappointed, but longing for the closure that the show and its unforgettable characters truly deserved. Behind the scenes, the cast shared the same disappointment as the fans, feeling that A Different World never received the proper send-off it deserved. Debbie Allen, whose leadership revitalized the show during tough times, believed there was still so much untapped potential left to explore. During the show's 35th anniversary celebration, Jasmine Guy and Kadeem Hardison, beloved as Whitley and Dwayne, opened up about their frustration with the cancellation. Both voiced their dissatisfaction, hinting that the decision may have carried racial undertones. Hardison didn't mince words, saying, "If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then there's definitely an issue." Guy also revealed that NBC deliberately shifted the show's time slot, forcing it to compete against Martin, another black-led sitcom, leading her to believe the move was intentional and disrespectful. Was this a calculated effort to sabotage A Different World, or just an unfortunate coincidence? Whatever the case, the show's abrupt ending remains a controversial topic, sparking debate to this day. Despite the success of A Different World, the show faced its share of obstacles, with budget constraints being a significant challenge. Rumors suggest that financial limitations forced producers to make strategic compromises to manage costs effectively. This was particularly noticeable in the show's minimal use of outdoor locations. While occasional exterior shots were included, the majority of scenes, especially those set on campus, were filmed on carefully designed sets. To compensate, Producers relied on creative set design, strategic camera angles, and skillful editing to maintain the illusion of a vibrant, bustling university environment. These behind-the-scenes efforts ensured that Hillman College felt alive and authentic, despite the show's financial limitations. Budget constraints also had an impact on the costumes and special effects in A Different World. While the wardrobe authentically reflected each character's personality and the fashion trends of the era, many outfits were cleverly reused or altered to maximize resources. Similarly, elaborate props and intricate set pieces were often scaled down to keep production costs manageable. However, these limitations never compromised the show's overall quality. Through ingenuity and careful planning, the creative team maintained the series' authenticity, using compelling storytelling, a talented cast, and a commitment to meaningful narratives to ensure that each episode remained engaging, relevant, and true to its vision. Kadeem Hardison, who brought the lovable Dwayne Wayne to life on A Different World, was celebrated for his natural comedic timing and impressive improvisational skills. While the show boasted a talented writing team, Hardison often added his own flair to scenes, creating unscripted moments that became iconic in the show's history. One standout example was Dwayne's unforgettable proposal to Whitley at her wedding to Byron. Although the scene was meticulously planned, Hardison's heartfelt performance added an unexpected emotional depth that left viewers laughing, crying, and completely captivated. Kadeem Hardison's talent for seamlessly blending humor with vulnerability made Dwayne Wayne one of the most relatable and beloved characters on television. His influence extended far beyond the script. He brought a distinctive charm to the role through his signature physical comedy, including the now iconic flip of Dwayne's glasses. This memorable quirk wasn't in the original character description, but was Hardison's own creation, inspired by his love of fashion and unique accessories. It became a defining trait of Dwayne Wayne, helping to set the character apart and solidify his place as a fan favorite. When reflecting on A Different World, its connection to The Cosby Show is impossible to ignore. Originally conceived as a college-focused series, the show centered around Denise Huxtable, played by Lisa Bonet, as she embarked on her journey at Hillman College. While many viewed it as a spin-off, A Different World was not officially tied to The Cosby Show. NBC had already been developing a college-themed show, and Bill Cosby's involvement led to the decision to build the series around Denise. While this choice seemed logical at the time, it initially made it challenging for A Different World to carve out its own identity. However, as the show evolved, it found its voice, becoming a groundbreaking series in its own right and making a lasting cultural impact far beyond its connection to its predecessor. The first season of A Different World struggled to establish its own identity, as it was heavily influenced by The Cosby Show. Its dependence on the tone and style of its predecessor limited the show's creative freedom and made it challenging to stand out. However, a major turning point came when Debbie Allen took the reins as executive producer in the second season. With her vision and leadership, A Different World underwent a remarkable transformation, evolving into a bold, independent series that authentically depicted the college experience of Black students while addressing pressing social issues. This shift was so profound that many fans viewed the later seasons as an entirely different show, distinct from its early beginnings. Yet the shadow of its first season's concept lingered, making the journey toward a truly unique identity more challenging than anticipated. Despite this, the show ultimately redefined itself and left a lasting legacy. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, HIV/AIDS was a highly controversial and heavily stigmatized topic. Yet, A Different World fearlessly addressed this sensitive issue head-on. One of the show's most impactful moments came in the 1991 episode, If I Should Die Before I Wake, where a student courageously reveals he is HIV positive. This revelation sparks campus-wide discussions, challenging stereotypes and sparking dialogue about the disease. The episode was widely praised for its boldness and educational value, using its platform to dispel myths and foster compassion at a time when public understanding of HIV/AIDS was still limited. Its willingness to tackle such a difficult subject remains a testament to the show's commitment to meaningful storytelling. Debbie Allen and the writing team put in extraordinary effort to make sure the episode was both respectful and educational, consulting with medical experts and activists to ensure accuracy. However, their work faced significant pushback from NBC executives and advertisers who feared that addressing such a sensitive topic might alienate viewers and sponsors. Allen stood her ground, passionately defending the storyline and highlighting the importance of educating young people about the realities of HIV/AIDS. Her determination ensured the episode remained intact, serving as a groundbreaking moment in television history that prioritized awareness over controversy. The controversy surrounding the episode extended beyond the production team and reached the audience. While many applauded the show for its boldness, some critics argued it was too political or overly serious for a sitcom. Despite the backlash, the cast and crew stood firm in their commitment, knowing the importance of using their platform to educate and raise awareness about HIV/AIDS. When the episode finally aired, it proved to be a resounding success, shining a light on the issue, fostering empathy, and breaking down stereotypes about those living with the disease. For many fans, this episode remains one of the series' most powerful and unforgettable moments. Lisa Bonet's unexpected departure after the first season of A Different World sent shockwaves through fans as the show had been built around her character, Denise Huxtable. Her exit sparked widespread speculation and controversy, with many pointing to her personal life, particularly her marriage to rocker Lenny Kravitz and her pregnancy, as a source of tension with the production team, including Bill Cosby. Rumors of creative differences between Bonet and the producers further fueled the narrative, adding complexity to an already delicate situation. Whatever the true reasons behind her sudden exit, it forced the show to pivot dramatically. This shift in focus allowed other characters, such as Whitley Gilbert and Dwayne Wayne, to take center stage, ultimately steering the series in a new direction and paving the way for its evolution into a groundbreaking, ensemble-driven show. Lisa Bonet's departure marked a turning point for A Different World, allowing Whitley Gilbert, originally a supporting character, to rise as one of the show's cornerstones. The blossoming relationship between Whitley and Dwayne soon became a central storyline, filling the void left by Denise Huxtable and capturing the hearts of viewers. While Denise had charmed audiences in the first season, Bonet's exit opened the door for the series to delve into fresh narratives and develop characters who brought a deeper focus to college life and the social issues that defined later seasons. Despite this successful shift, her departure remains one of the most debated moments in the show's history. Speculation about behind-the-scenes tensions has persisted for decades, and the exact circumstances of her exit remain shrouded in mystery, leaving fans with unanswered questions about what really happened during her time on the show. Spending 6 years together on the set of A Different World not only fostered deep friendships among the cast and crew, but also occasionally sparked real-life romances. The show was famous for the electric chemistry between its characters, and sometimes those connections extended beyond the screen. Rumors about secret relationships among the cast swirled throughout the series' run, but one of the most intriguing stories involved Kadeem Hardison, Dwayne Wayne, and Cree Summer, Freddie Brooks. While fans were rooting for Hardison and Jasmine Guy, Whitley, to become a couple in real life, it was Summer who captured Hardison's heart. This behind-the-scenes romance added another layer of intrigue to the show's legacy and remains a favorite topic among devoted fans. In an interview with Vanity Fair, the cast of A Different World shared candid insights about their off-screen relationships during filming. Kadeem Hardison reminisced about his romance with Cree Summer, saying, "We started as friends, riding motorcycles and hanging out. Then one day she turned to me and said, 'I love you. I think I'm in love with you.' I was caught off guard and asked, 'Wait, what? Are you serious?' But then I thought about it. She was my best friend and I'd never truly loved anyone before. So I figured, why not?" Cree Summer also looked back fondly on their time together, describing Hardison as the ideal first love. "When I think about it, he was everything a girl could hope for. Kind, generous, thoughtful, and ridiculously funny," she shared. Their real-life connection brought an extra layer of depth to the chemistry fans saw on screen, making their bond all the more memorable. There were also whispers about a rumored romance between Jasmine Guy, Whitley, and one of her co-stars. While the details remain scarce, insiders have hinted at a brief and private relationship during the show's run. Regardless of the specifics, these connections, whether romantic or purely platonic, are thought to have played a significant role in fostering the close-knit bond among the cast. This strong sense of camaraderie and mutual respect created an intimate and supportive atmosphere on set, contributing to the authentic chemistry that made the show so beloved by fans. If you've ever watched Season 1 of A Different World and felt like it's a completely different show compared to the later seasons, you're not imagining things. The series underwent a dramatic transformation after its first season, thanks to the arrival of Debbie Allen, an accomplished producer, actress, and choreographer who took the reins and steered the show in a bold new direction. Allen wasted no time making her mark, revamping the series to authentically portray the challenges and experiences of students at historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs. Her leadership brought a fresh perspective, tackling real-world issues and turning the show into the cultural powerhouse it became. Debbie Allen's impact on A Different World was immediate and transformative. She introduced deeper, more thought-provoking storylines that addressed pressing issues like racism, sexual assault, and socio-economic struggles, all while preserving the show's humor and charm. Achieving this balance was no small feat, especially given the network's initial hesitation to tackle such weighty topics. Allen also expanded the cast, bringing in characters from diverse backgrounds to authentically reflect the rich tapestry of HBCUs. The changes were so profound that many fans felt Season 2 was an entirely new show. These bold shifts not only made the series more compelling, but also cemented A Different World as a cultural landmark with a profound and lasting legacy. Indeed, A Different World brought laughter and valuable life lessons, but not everything was smooth behind the scenes. According to rumors, the cast and crew often faced conflicts related to egos, creative vision, and work ethics. While these conflicts were not severe enough to lead to any firings, they still made working together difficult. When Debbie Allen replaced Ann Beats, the show's original creator, there were significant changes. Allen completely revamped the show to focus more on the college life of black students. Her working methods proved successful, but there was still some resistance from the team. Some members found it challenging to adjust to Allen's high expectations and meticulous demands. However, she worked alongside everyone and refused to fire anyone, even during tough times. In addition to behind-the-scenes production challenges, there were also reports of tension among the cast members. While their on-screen chemistry brought the characters to life in ways fans adored, things weren't always as harmonious off-camera. Lisa Bonet, who starred as Denise Huxtable in the first season, reportedly struggled to fully integrate into the ensemble cast. Combined with personal challenges and conflicts between her private life and the demands of the show, this tension was one of the reasons for her surprising departure. Although Bonet's exit shocked viewers, it ultimately created opportunities for other characters to step into the spotlight and allowed the show to evolve in a new and groundbreaking direction. Phyllis Stickney was originally cast as Jaleesa Vinson on A Different World, but before filming began, she was replaced by Dawn Lewis, who ultimately brought the character to life. Although the official reason for the change was never revealed, it sparked widespread speculation and rumors within the entertainment industry. Stickney, known for her charisma and comedic talent, seemed like a natural fit for the role, perfectly aligning with the show's initial vision. However, sources suggest the decision may have been driven by creative differences between Stickney and the producers. Some reports pointed to disagreements over the direction of Jaleesa's character, while others hinted at behind-the-scenes tensions that influenced the casting change. Whatever the reasons, Dawn Lewis went on to make Jaleesa an integral part of the show's success. Despite the casting change, Dawn Lewis stepped into the role of Jaleesa Vinson and brought a fresh perspective that made the character a fan favorite. Lewis skillfully portrayed Jaleesa as a confident, mature, and strong-willed student, earning admiration for her depth and charisma. Beyond her acting talents, she also co-wrote and performed the show's iconic theme song, further cementing her contribution to the series' success. Meanwhile, Phyllis Stickney, though she didn't appear in A Different World, continued to build an impressive career. She went on to star in a variety of film and television projects, showcasing her undeniable talent and solidifying her place in the entertainment industry. While her absence from the show left fans curious about what might have been, both actresses ultimately achieved remarkable success in their own ways. When Jada Pinkett Smith joined the cast of A Different World in its later seasons, she was already making waves in Hollywood. Interestingly, her character, Lena James, almost didn't make it onto the show. Casting challenges and last-minute decisions nearly cost Pinkett Smith the opportunity, but fortunately, everything fell into place just in time. Her arrival brought a fresh, dynamic energy to the series that quickly became indispensable. It's hard to imagine A Different World without Lena James, as Pinkett Smith's standout performance added depth and vibrancy to the show. Her portrayal not only became a highlight of the later seasons, but also contributed significantly to the series' lasting impact and cultural relevance. Before becoming a household name, comedian Sinbad left his mark on the first season of A Different World as Walter Oakes, the warm and witty dorm director at Hillman College. Initially brought on to entertain the live studio audience, a common practice for sitcoms, Sinbad's effortless comedic timing and sharp improvisation quickly caught the attention of the producers. At the time, they were struggling to cast the role of Walter, and Sinbad's talent proved to be the perfect fit. His portrayal brought a unique blend of humor and heart to the show, creating memorable moments that resonated with viewers. Walter's character not only delivered plenty of laughs, but also added depth through his mentorship of student athletes and his relationship with Jaleesa, cementing him as an essential part of the series. The scene where Dwayne Wayne interrupts Whitley Gilbert and Byron Douglas's wedding remains one of the most iconic and emotionally charged moments in A Different World. In a dramatic turn, Dwayne boldly confesses his love for Whitley, ultimately winning her back in front of a stunned audience. While this pivotal moment became a fan favorite, it wasn't without controversy. Some cast members and writers expressed concerns, feeling that Dwayne's interruption was impulsive and disrespectful. Yet for viewers, this heartfelt proposal became a defining romantic highlight, cementing the couple's place as one of the most unforgettable love stories in television history. Kadeem Hardison and Jasmine Guy delivered a powerful and emotional performance that left an indelible mark on audiences. Dwayne's heartfelt plea, "Baby, please," became an iconic line, perfectly encapsulating his desperation and unwavering love for Whitley. While some critics argued that Dwayne's dramatic interruption promoted impulsive behavior and undermined Whitley's agency, the scene's impact is undeniable. It heightened the stakes, solidified the deep connection between the characters, and reinforced the idea that they were destined to be together. This unforgettable proposal remains one of the most iconic and romantic moments in television history, resonating with fans to this day. Dwayne Wayne, with his iconic flipped glasses, winning smile, and confident charm, quickly became one of the most beloved characters on A Different World. However, many might be surprised to learn that Dwayne wasn't always the smooth, charismatic guy fans came to adore. In the first season, his character was portrayed as socially awkward, often lingering around the female dorms, trailing after girls, and delivering cringe-worthy pickup lines. While these antics were intended to be humorous, his behavior sometimes came across as quirky to the point of discomfort, occasionally crossing boundaries in spaces where the girls valued their privacy and safety. However, after the second season, the character of Dwayne was developed much more. He was no longer the awkward guy, but instead became a smart, tech-savvy, and fashion-forward young man. This transformation helped Dwayne become an ideal role model that fans adored. Kadeem Hardison, who portrayed Dwayne, not only delivered an outstanding performance, but also contributed creatively by co-writing and contributing to the scripts for some of the later episodes. The show A Different World was not just a sitcom, but also a series filled with heartfelt moments, deep character transformations, and secrets never before revealed. Created with creativity, innovation, and the constant contributions of its cast, the show left a lasting impact on viewers. If you discover more interesting secrets about the show, feel free to share your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos.